What's going on, fellow troops? My name is Xavvo, and yeah, you did read the title correctly. This is going to be a bit of a shameless plug, but don't worry, the whole video is not going to be me begging for money. I'm not that kind of person. Actually, in fact, I never beg for money, so just don't get any ridiculous ideas, okay? That's not what this is about. I actually just wanted to take this time just to announce that I have a new piece of merch that's dropping to the Troop Gang store. If you've actually seen it before, I do have a store that's linked below the videos, and it's in the description. You can find it pretty much anywhere through my channel, and I do have some merch. Now, I don't really pump it in everybody's face because I'm not really like that with any of the stuff I have in my description, mainly because I don't like to feel like I'm forcing it on the viewer. I like to keep it as kind of a personal choice. It's like a thing that's there for the people who are interested in that thing, so I don't like to really put it in everyone's faces, but I am making this video just because I figured I would either put it in the intro of my next video, or I'd make a specifically dedicated video to it, because there's some other things I just kind of want to talk about, and it kind of talks about generally like the merch in general, why I've made it, and a lot of other stuff around being a YouTube content creator and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I do want to say we do have this new Troop merch 2.0. For this one, instead of like the bullets and other designs that we have on it, we actually have just like crossed X's for the O's, and I promise it's none of that cliche edgy shit where it's like, oh, I'm gonna put the O's as X's, or I'm gonna put the A as a V to be quirky. Now, it's actually more just because a lot of people think of noughts or crosses, or they think of O's as like character heads. A lot of people put heads on like illustration designs and stuff. For like the O's, they try to put a head, and when you almost think of a cross out on someone's head, it's like they're dead or something. So it kind of fits well with the whole troop design. You know, the channel, I do call you guys my fellow troops, and troops and soldiers do die at war. We all know this, so I figured that'd be kind of cool. Put the O's as 2 X's, and we can put a dead smiley for the O's. So that's another kind of design I decided to come up with. So it's actually out right now, and if you do think of copying some of the merch, by the way, there is a discount right now for, I think, the first month, I believe, or maybe 2-3 months. Not too sure how long it lasts. I'll put it on screen, but the code is actually TG10. You'll get 10% off if you buy any of that merch. So it's really cool. I actually really do like making the merch, even if it's kind of a weird small endeavor to make on the side of being a small YouTuber. And I do understand that, yeah, realistically, most people aren't going to be copying merch from a small YouTuber. Maybe there's the social pressure of wearing it, or maybe they feel there's no point because there's not really a movement behind it. But that's where we intend to go with the content. You know, we intend to go large with this channel and to eventually establish a proper big community around here. And actually, yeah, I want to take this time just to kind of explain in a sort of, you know, individual video, and also because I happen to not be able to make my diamond marksman rifle video yet, because funnily enough, yeah, I prestige recently. I'm prestige 2 in Black Ops 6. I'm level 8. I can't use the final gun, which is like the DM10, I believe. I can't use it until level 43. So I'm going to have to hard grind the fuck out of the game now with double XP on, and just hope I can get to level 43, get that gun, and give you guys the Diamond Marksman Rifle video. So that's part of the reason. But also, yeah, I do want to make a specific thing just to break this down, because I don't really talk about the merch here. And the main thing behind the whole merch, really, aside of kind of it being like a small creative endeavor, just, you know, as extra support, and, you know, also bringing people together on the channel, you know, having a piece of merch, I've always thought that was cool. You know, if people are united, you know, you go out in public and you see people wearing a piece of merch, it's like, I know what that is. It's like, I think that there's something really cool about that. So part of it is that, but I actually want to explain a little bit about it. Now, obviously, my main catchphrase, which is, you know, calling you guys my fellow troops, it's not just something I'm doing as like a quirk to fit the whole shooter thing. Okay, maybe a little bit. Technically, but it's mainly because when you think of troops or soldiers, you think of an army, right? You think of people who are united as one, fighting off another side. People put their differences aside, they come together over something, and they become one. That's kind of where I try to take this whole thing. Like, that's where I'm trying to create this group that we have on this channel. I try to basically bring people together. I have a Discord community for that reason, so people can obviously suggest ideas, and also there's a general chat so people can talk to one another and play COD together or whatever it may be, you know, and just figure out stuff, play together, maybe make friends or help each other with challenges, that kind of thing. Like, I really like the idea of bringing other people together, even if it doesn't involve me being in that group of people. I just like to have a community to bring people together from my channel. I think that's really like a nice thing that I can do, and it's really cool. So that's kind of what I do. I want to bring you guys together as like an army, basically. And I don't know, if you really want to play the role play, you can just say I'm the fucking commander at the front who doesn't really engage with the troops unless I'm giving you the content or whatever. I just sort of stand and lead the way, I guess. That's kind of what my channel is, I suppose. You know, keep things in order. That's really where this whole troop thing comes from. That's part of it. I don't know if it's really on the nose. Some people might think it's on the nose, like the whole troop gang thing. Maybe some people think, oh, I can't wear that, it's a bit cringe. And if that's the case, that's why I also have merch that just says troop on it instead of troop gang. You know, because if someone just sees troop on a shirt and it's in a cool kind of fancy illustrated design, no one's gonna really sit there and be like, what does that mean? Like, they're just gonna think it's just an illustrated art shirt or it's just something random. Like, so I do understand. I'm very, you know, I'm 20 years old. I think I can understand when people are looking at merch, what they want from it and how it's going to translate with a shirt and wearing it. So I do understand that. Don't worry, I don't try to make things super on the nose or cringy. I didn't want to slap my logo on a t-shirt and just call it a day. Like, that's fucking lazy, and it doesn't show any actual care for merchandise to just do that. I've seen some people who've done that, and it's just so fucking, it's lousy. Yeah, I do want to just say, I do like making the merch. I don't push it in everyone's face because, again, it's just kind of a thing that's there. And yeah, I wanted to announce there is a new piece of merchandise that you guys can cop right now with a discount. So I think that's really cool if you really want to get that.
And also, for the price that you're paying, these things are actually really good quality from what I've heard that come from Teespring, and I'm actually selling these for like cheaper than most merchandise, like not just YouTuber merch, but you'll notice this with band tees and musicians kind of merch. A lot of them will be for extremely high prices, like 2-3 times the price that I'm selling these for. These things are very affordable, and I would never want to demand lots of money out of you for like a basic tee or something like that with just like a design on it. Whilst I'm talking about design, if you guys would consider buying these, but you want the logo to be like smaller and more in the top corner, let me know in the comments. I'll actually be able to alter that.
And whilst we're on the subject of just, you know, in general, all of the merchandise and all that stuff, I really just do the merch thing, even if I'm a small YouTuber, and a lot of people might think, what's the point? You're not really going to get anyone buying it. It's more of like, just, if it's there, it's better to have it there than to not have it there. That's my mentality, and I think a lot of it also comes down to the fact that, yeah, even if I am a small YouTuber, I really like the feeling of making things, like having that creative control, doing different stuff. That's kind of why I like to, you know, make YouTube videos. I also do music as well, occasionally. Some of you may or may not know that, but it's that creative control. It's being able to do something that I actually like and having the full expression through that piece of art or design, because I've always been an artsy person my whole life. And so, yeah, I really like that element to it, and that's kind of why I'm making the merch, even if it doesn't get sales or even if some people might not think of buying it. It's just there because I think it's a cool thing to make. People wearing a thing and be like, oh my god, that person, he fucking watches my videos. Like, that would be so crazy. I think I'd probably actually freeze up if I saw someone with a troop merch. I'd be like, holy fuck, what? Is the world that small? So, obviously, it's undeniable, okay? I'm not selling out, guys. Obviously, yes, it makes money. That should be obvious, but I genuinely do think that, like, my route in life is probably to be, like, an entrepreneur, like a small business kind of guy, because I do not see myself in any work environment. I haven't found, even after all these years, anything that actually appeals to me. So, part of the reason I actually make money off of this YouTube thing and everything, it's not really just because of, oh, he's selling out. Like, obviously every adult has to make money. I think that should be an obvious given. I think if you're like making that a point of an insult, you have to be very immature. There's nothing wrong with someone turning a hobby into a job. I think that is something you legitimately have to do as an adult. If you want to make money, you've got to have to make money somewhere. And what better way to make money than through the thing that I literally love doing and I put so much time into? I think that's great, and trust me, my efforts aren't going anywhere. I've only, if anything, ramped up my efforts with the whole creative process through videos and stuff since all those years ago, and I try to entertain you guys as best as possible. So yeah, honestly, the effort doesn't go anywhere. It just happens that I make money off of it at the same time, which is a great thing, and it's not a lot, but I still make money off of it, and I couldn't be more happy with it. And that's why, again, I don't put it on the nose, all the, you know, creative things that make money for me. I don't push them in your face or ask you guys guys to give me donations, because just you guys being here and watching the content, dropping likes, leaving comments, just giving views to me, you know, just all of it really helps to push the channel in the algorithm alone, and it shows that you guys actually clicked my video in the first place and actually watched it. Like, that alone is very heartwarming for me, and I love reading comments. A lot of people have actually pointed out that, wow, you're so quick to responding. Now, obviously, yes, I have the most fucking mundane life on earth, so I'm partly a fucking loser. Of course, I'm going to be able to pick my phone up just like that and respond to a comment most of the time, but I just do it as well because I actually like reading your comments, and I think even the ones that are like hateful or just annoyed, those ones are kind of funny to like sarcastically snap back at or just sort of poke holes in if it's a genuinely stupid comment. So I like reading comments. It's just something I like doing. So yeah, no, that's why I don't push anyway. I don't push my money-making extras in your face like, guys, get it right fucking now. Do it or you're not a real fan. Like, that's dumb. I think that's dumb. I just want people to watch the content in general. Everything about it gives me life. I love making videos, and I've been doing it since a young age, for those who don't know, and I've never quit, and I don't think I legitimately can quit. Even on my bad days, I've never been able to actually quit YouTube, even when I say to myself, I wish I should just fucking do something else. Like, this isn't getting me anywhere, and it's wasting time, and I'm not growing as a person. I say shit like that to myself sometimes, and I still keep doing it because I legitimately am drawn to YouTube. I can't stop myself. Like, streaming, I tried streaming once. I quit that, no problem, because I never was a streamer. I was never into that. It's too much like pressure on how you've got to perform over a certain amount of hours at all times of the day. There is no real creative process. You're really just sitting there lousily and just streaming yourself playing a game. Whilst with a video, you actually get to edit it and do stuff with it, and it's not your entire life. It's like you can make a video, post it, and get on with your day, and still come back to it and do another video whenever you want to. And I like that freedom of it, you know what I mean? And I don't like to be chalked down by time schedules as well. Like, streaming as well, part of the reason I stopped doing that years ago is actually because a lot of streamers don't get a break to actually live their life or to do other stuff. They're actually demanded over a certain amount of hours, like grueling numbers of hours throughout a week to hit a certain threshold. Otherwise, they'll be kicked off the partner program or they won't get paid. Like, some stupid shit like that. That's why you see a lot of these streamers just fucking neck chugging a bunch of Red Bulls and Monsters, and they look like heroin addicts. It's because they don't get any fucking rest. It sounds abysmal, and that's really not my thing either. Yeah, videos for YouTube especially has always been my thing. I've never quit doing it, even if I feel like it's not doing much for me, or even if it feels like, oh, I'm grinding the fuck out of it and making video after video after video some days. Those kind of moments, I actually enjoy it, and it keeps me going. That's part of the reason I don't feel like the extras need to be pushed in your face, because it's like, if someone really wanted it, it's there. They can find that, and the YouTube alone is just great, and I love doing it, and I love that people are watching it. I fucking I can make money off this as it is, like, just from people watching the ads and shit. Like, people can say that you're doing it for money. Literally, I just make what I want to make, and I just have fun covering Call of Duty. That's really it. Yeah, I wanted to just make a video anyway, just to say, hey, there's some new merch. If you think it's cool, you can cop some. If you don't want to, no hard feelings. I get it. I'd love to buy some of my own merch, but I don't really have any money on me. So, there you go. I always just spend it as soon as I fucking get it. It's kind of a problem. But yeah, so again, that's just like a video just to, I mean, it's a little bit of a lore breakdown, if you will. So, anyway, thank you again. I will have that diamond marksman rifle video out shortly. I'm going to have to grind the game an absolute ton with XP bonuses on and stuff. You know what I mean? You know, tokens and stuff. It's alright, because I love playing Black Ops 6. It's a great game. And yeah, but again, thank you everyone for watching. If you guys did enjoy, drop a like on the video. Help your boy out in the algorithm. Drop a comment if you want. That helps too. And other than that, thank you again. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye, guys.